There's a strange moment that happens around your late 20s. You wake up and nothing's wrong, but something feels off. You've done what they said, worked, budgeted, saved. You've said no more than you've said yes. And still, well, still you feel behind. Now, not in a dramatic rock bottom kind of way, but in a quiet, eroding way, like a leak you can't find. Every month the numbers move, but you don't. Your bank account grows, but your life shrinks, and your goals stretch further away, even as you move closer to them. And then it hits you. You weren't saving money. You were storing energy in a system designed to drain it, and they knew. Now, if you want to go deeper down this system and understand why it was always designed to drain you, then come and check out my ebook linked down below. It's called They Print, You Lose. Now, once you're on this page, if you want the physical, paperback or hardcover book, you'll also find the link to it down at the bottom over on Amazon. See, from the beginning, you were sold a script. Be responsible, delay gratification, save for the future. But nobody told you the rules of the game. They told you to save money, while silently devaluing the money. They told you to trust banks, while banks loaned out your trust at 10-1. And they told you to build for retirement, while quietly printing the foundation into dust. And every time you asked, why am I still struggling, the answer was always the same. Budget harder, try more, be patient. But patience isn't a virtue in this system. It's a leash, a delay mechanism, a psychological trick that says, don't look at what you're doing, just keep stacking dollars and hoping. But here's the real game. Every dollar you save is a promise, a trade of present time for future value. Now you say, I'll skip today so I can have more tomorrow. But what if tomorrow is worth less? Now, not because you failed, but because the system is built to fail you. Now, that's what inflation really is. Not a bug, not a policy, but a design. And every time new money is printed, your savings get diluted. Every bond bailout, every stimulus package, every debt ceiling raise is funded not by taxes, but by stealing from your stored time. Now, they didn't need your permission. They just needed your obedience. And that's what savings taught you. See, your grandparents could save, not because they were smarter, but because their money worked. Now, a dollar in 1960 held its shape. Now, not perfectly, but closely enough. You could store energy and expect to get most of it back. But today, well, today, you save $10,000 and watch it rot. Now, not because you touched it, but because the system did. And yet, they still push the same advice. Start young, max your 401k, buy and hold, trust the experts. But the experts are losing slower than you. And that's the game. They don't beat inflation, they just sit closer to the printer. See, you know the story. You've probably lived parts of it yourself. You graduate, get the job, start saving. You don't overspend. You skip the trip. You say no to the little luxuries. Every month you put something away. Now, not because you're greedy, but because you were told it was smart, responsible, and safe. But at some point, maybe 5 years in, maybe 10, you look around and realize nothing actually feels secure. The cost of everything keeps rising. Rent, groceries, healthcare, even a weekend getaway feels like a financial risk. You save tens of thousands, but a single emergency could wipe it all out. And you start to wonder, is this what safety is supposed to feel like? See, you're doing everything right, but your reward is anxiety. You're not building wealth. You're maintaining a buffer, and the buffer keeps shrinking, no matter how disciplined you truly are. And that's when it starts to click. This isn't a wealth strategy. It's a containment strategy. A system that rewards your obedience with just enough peace to keep you from questioning it. See, the real currency isn't money. It's time. And money is just a container for it. But when that container leaks, when inflation eats your savings, and when responsible feels like regret, well, you're not just losing dollars, you're losing the hours you traded to earn them. Your late nights, your early mornings, the weekends you said no, and the moments you put off, well, they're gone, because the storage medium was corrupted, and that's the theft. Now, not just of money, but of your one finite resource, which we call life. So where do you store your energy now? Where do you put your time if fiat is melting? Because you need a container they can't dilute, a form of value they can't print, seize, or silently tax. Well, that's Bitcoin. Not as a gamble, not as a trade, but as a truth layer. Because unlike fiat, Bitcoin doesn't lie. It doesn't pretend to be stable while quietly eroding you. And it doesn't beg for trust because it's built on math and not promises. See, Bitcoin is a sealed vessel. Store energy there and it says no leaks, no decay, no middlemen. See, saving money made you feel responsible, but sovereignty makes you unavailable for extraction, and that's the shift. Now, you don't need to become wealthier. You need to stop being drainable, and that's what sovereignty is. It's not flashy, it's not loud, just clean energy stored in a system that can't lie. Because when you self-custody, when you unplug from the slow leak, and when you stop asking for permission to keep what's already yours, you don't just protect value, you protect yourself. And no financial advisor can do that for you. No index fund can mimic that, and no retirement account can compete with that level of control. So the next time someone tells you just to save, ask yourself, where is the value really going? And if the answer is a melting ledger, well, maybe it's time to stop playing by their rules, because you don't need more discipline. You need a better container, and you don't need another raise. You need sovereignty, because they didn't just steal your savings, they stole your time, and the next decade of your life depends on what you do with that truth. So stay free, not because it's trending, but because it's time. Now, I am just going to quickly chuck this in here one last time, and if you want to come and check it out, there will be a link down below. And if you enjoy reading, and if you want to understand the system a little bit better, then I think you'll really enjoy this. Now, if you've made it this far and you're not too sure what to watch next, well, I have a playlist just here which you can watch, or you can watch this recommended video by YouTube.